How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I wanted to talk a little bit about the signature team reveal that just took place the last couple of days. They did reveal some stuff on Twitter, as well as I will have some ranked seasons gameplay in this video. But if you take a look, I did upload in another video that Ron Guidry was the 98 overall reward for one of these, I guess, selections, as well as a 99 overall Adrian Gonzalez. So definitely two really good choices here for grinding out these signature team moments. You will have to play about 15 3-inning games per card for this reward. And then they also were talking about revealing the final collection actually today on Facebook throughout this Facebook reveal. Now, somebody on Twitter went ahead and photoshopped or tried to, I guess, make the photo that they were revealing more transparent, and found out that it is a very high possibility that 99 Vladimir Guerrero Sr. is the collection reward. Now, I definitely think that this is a good card. A 99 overall Vlad Sr. is someone that a lot of people will want to use. I definitely think that it is a good choice. However, I think that there could have been other choices that would have been better. For example, I think the fact that SDS passed up on the opportunity to promote their game with October's PlayStation Plus exclusive game of the month, and that being MLB The Show 19, is free to download in the month of October. I figured that they would go with a 99 overall Babe Ruth. I mean, how could you pass up promoting, grind the game out, and get the game for free, download it, and then grind out these signature team moments, and you can have 99 Babe Ruth on your team to try out. I just don't know how they passed up on the opportunity, especially with 94 Vladimir Guerrero already in the game. I could see that this 99 Vlad will probably have a little bit higher power against right, as we see here in the MLB The Show 18 Immortals version, but his defense really wasn't that great at 71. I think if it's around there in this year's game, it's not going to be that usable out there in the outfield compared to the other guys that we have. I think he'll have mid-80 speed, and I think he'll have boosted power versus lefties and increased vision. But when we look at what cards Babe Ruth has in the game, and I'm sure that they have a plan for Babe Ruth to get a signature series card that a lot of people can get. But at right now, I mean, we have this 82 gold card, which is not very good. He's not going to be used on anybody's team. And we also have the 85 overall pitching Babe Ruth, which is a part of the Red Sox team. And this is through the storyline moments. Hopefully you don't have to get this card in order to unlock the signature series Babe Ruth. I was kind of hoping that with the signature team moment, they would choose Babe Ruth, so that way it would confirm that you don't have to have this card. This moments and these missions aren't really the most fun to play, but they are kind of challenging at the same time. You have to hit multiple home runs with a Babe Ruth that doesn't really have that many stats or that great of stats. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into some ranked seasons. I just wanted to get those thoughts out there for you. I understand why they chose Vladimir Guerrero, or if it is Vladimir Guerrero Sr., I understand why. He was the collection reward from last year's game. He was definitely hard to get. But Babe Ruth, in my opinion, was the toughest immortal to get. You had to hit 750 hits with all types of outfielders, including silver, gold, diamond, and you had to grind out a ton of souvenir collections and stuff like that. I just think that Vladimir Guerrero Sr. was easier to get than Babe Ruth in last year's game, even though he was the collection reward. I think towards the end of the game cycle that Vladimir Guerrero Sr. wasn't going for that many stubs, and a lot of people really just got him right away by buying stubs when the game first came out. So I would have liked to see Babe Ruth as the choice, but it is what it is. I was a little bit disappointed to see Vlad Sr., even though I think he's going to be a really good addition to the game. I think that card's going to be really good. I just wish they would have went with someone like Ted Williams, Albert Pujols, or Babe Ruth. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this gameplay. We are playing a World Series player. He has Bob Gibson on the mound, though. And because I lost the last 2 games of ranked seasons in a row, I dropped back down from 700s down into the 600s. So this game is on All-Star difficulty since I am in the wild card division. But we are facing Bob Gibson, a pitcher that I don't really think has the most deceptive motion. I find that it's very easy to pick up a lot of his pitches and decipher whether it's going to be a slider, a changeup, or a fastball. I think that the toughest pitch to hit is indeed his curveball, because sometimes that pitch comes in a little bit slower. His changeup doesn't really have the speed differential between his fastball and the change that you need, or even the sinker. So he's pretty easy to hit. I don't know how a lot of people that use this card, but at the same time, he is a 99. He does have great stats, and you would think that he's going to be effective. But I was excited to face him, especially because I have Nolan Ryan on the mound. We have an early 1-0 lead and a chance to kind of break the game open. Only one down in the inning, so I'm definitely trying to lay down a sacrifice bunt. But at the same time, in the video game, it's very risky because you have to steal. You have to double steal there if you don't want to get into a double play by chance. But it pays off for me. And Tony Gwynn rips one down the line. I was looking for a fastball up and inside. He had been challenging me with the fastball in all quadrants of the zone. He was able to pitch extremely well with this Bob Gibson, but I got a little bit lucky as well, hitting pitches below the zone, outside of the zone, and getting rewarded on some of those swings. So it's a 3-0 game. He doesn't have any hits yet. He has been struggling with the off speed from Nolan Ryan, mixing up the fastball and that circle change mainly, and trying to stay away from the sinker and the 12-6 curveball. Those are Nolan Ryan's worst pitches, but if you can get the confidence up on the changeup, it has the least amount of control, but it is the most effective pitch for him, in my opinion. I think the 12-6 curveball is also pretty good, but sometimes people just crush it because it does have a sharp break. It's sometimes easy to pick up, and if you hang it with the bad feedback, then it's going to be crushed. But at least in this gameplay so far, we have been able to get something going at the plate. Have been kind of struggling in the last couple of videos to get some clutch hits, get some 2-out rallies going, and really get that big hit to try and break the game open. A lot of the games I've been playing have been close games, low-scoring games, and at times I haven't been able to close it out with my pitching, which makes sense. I mean, the patch makes it a little bit tougher to pitch. However, I've only played like 1 or 2 games that the patch would affect the gameplay, but I've lost both of them. So luckily I was able to get that win, get some points back, because the opponent quit out after his half of the inning. I didn't want to show it because he wasn't really hitting Nolan Ryan the greatest, but let's go ahead and hop into this next gameplay. This opponent has Madison Bumgarner on the mound, a pitcher I think that is heavily underrated in this game. I think he's very good, and a lot of people don't like to use that card. But once again, I have not made it back to 700, so this game will automatically be on all-star difficulty no matter what, even if this opponent is in the 700. So anyway, I'm able to get a base knock with Willie Mays. That was actually a power swing, and I'm trying to be aggressive. I'm trying to get an early lead. I know if I let Madison Bumgarner get his confidence up too high early on in this game, then it's going to be tough for me to hit him. At least at times I've struggled facing Madison Bumgarner, even on all-star difficulty. I think that because of the movement on his pitches makes it a little bit more difficult to hit. He's also a deceptive lefty, in my opinion, makes him a little bit more challenging. But luckily there, even though I chased a pitch on the inner half, just inside off the plate, I was able to get the sac fly because I did take advantage of stealing second and third base. Then Rogers Hornsby smacks a home run. I was early on that one, so after being a little bit late, I made the adjustment and was able to hit a home run just barely fair there in left field. But I don't really like this field all that much because of center field. It does have a deep 450 center field. I was able to be aggressive once again, though, and steal second base with Ty Cobb. That's another reason why I'm trying to steal some bases. We're playing at a field that has a little bit of larger dimensions, so I don't think there are going to be as many home runs hit in this game. But I could be wrong. I mean, it's early on in this one. We have a 2-0 lead in the first. I'm trying to pitch with Zach Greinke. I've been getting Zach Greinke selected a lot, as well as whoever I put at the bottom of my rotation. I've been getting selected pretty recently. I mean, pretty frequently. And I don't really know how to pitch with Tom Seaver. I mean, I've had him on my team for a while. I don't know how to get him selected. I might have to move him to my ace and move Kershaw down to the number 2. I tend to get Kershaw selected more often than I get the number 2 pitcher selected. I have no idea why that is, but it is what it is. I'm looking to get that debut out there for you guys. But anyway, I figured I would include some of this gameplay because I was able to start getting something going with the bats. I hit a 3-run homer there with Lou Gehrig, lefty. Finally swung early enough to pull something with him. I've been kind of in a slump with Lou Gehrig. But then I don't know what happened. This opponent all of a sudden just was not swinging the bat. No matter where I threw the ball, he just wasn't swinging. I think he sent me a friend request during this game, and I don't know if that's what he was doing, trying to send me a friend request to send me a message, or I have no idea. But he wasn't swinging the bat, so I'm just laying in fastballs in there, showing you guys that I didn't make this up. He was still pitching the ball, though, so I was kind of confused as to what was going on, because he was still throwing pitches. He wasn't throwing fastballs down the middle, and he actually got me out 1-2-3 in the previous inning. And then he just was right back to taking strikes right down the middle. I don't know. I even mixed in some balls in there. I didn't know if he was trying to bait me and trying to get a pitch over the middle of the plate so he could try and tie the game up slowly. But I don't know what it was. I don't know why you wouldn't just quit out if you're not going to swing. But now I'm trying to at least get the mercy rule. I mean, we're halfway there. We have a couple more innings that we have to play. And I don't really know what's going on. But I'm trying to get the points back that I've lost the most recent games. So these games are, I mean, I'll take the win if he's going to give it to me. At times he did throw pitches over the middle of the plate, but for the most part, I mean, he was throwing pitches outside the zone. You guys can see the feedback here and there. He was throwing effectively and using, I guess, different pitchers every inning. Each time he did this, I also got lucky with a couple late jammed hits. You know, that doesn't always, that's not going to help the cause in this situation. Down by 5 runs for the opponent. He did feel bad a little bit, but then he started to walk a couple guys. So I do have the opportunity to get the mercy rule with an extra base hit here from Ty Cobb. I'm not going to risk it, though. I'm not going to send Rogers Hornsby home from third base there. We do have George Brett coming up to the plate, and 2 outs with the guy on third base. He is going to smack one into the gap. That's going to allow the 10th run to score, and then we just have to pitch these last 3 outs in order to get the win for this one. I don't really know what was going on. I'm speechless at this point. He wasn't swinging the bat. But let me know what you guys think about Vladimir Guerrero Sr. being the signature team reward. I thought for sure it would be Babe Ruth. And, I mean, I'm still going to get the Vlad. I just wasn't sure what was going on with that choice. Let me know what you guys think. And until next time, guys, I'm College Lefty. And peace out. Have a great day.